of what we're talking about here. Things like, unfortunately, my condolences are out of network. Prior authorization is required for thoughts and prayers. I can't even pretend to care. I hope he's looking up at us. When you make millions off the suffering of others, don't expect sympathy. This needs to be the new norm. Eat the rich. I've seen dying patients get denied by insurance. Makes me physically sick. I just can't feel sympathy for him because of all those patients and their families.
Yeah.
I think the thing I struggle with here is people are viscerally angry about insurance. And you can pull up the statistics. Percentage of people in the Gallup poll, quality of health care coverage is excellent or good, 28%. Had any problem with their insurance in the last year? 58% said they did. Insurance didn't cover or required a very high copay for a prescribed drug that people had to take. Significant portion of people. The denial claims with the company that this CEO ran, high.
Well, a lot of this is about grievance, right?
Right.
We have a healthcare system that many people say is broken, an insurance system that many people feel that they're being ripped off. So I think a lot of what we're seeing here is a pure psychological projection against this CEO who is now deceased. And in many ways, we're talking about not just grievance, but people feeling disaffected, disillusioned, angry, not just with the insurance companies, but this is about a class war, a culture war, people feeling now they are justified in expressing a lot of their anger.
Hey America, how you doing? I just wanted to weigh in on this CEO from UnitedHealthcare.
Yes, I don't understand why some people celebrate this. It is insane. In no way I'm going to condone this. When I look at a lot of videos on social media, how some liberals are celebrating how this man was shot. It is heartbreaking to watch on this clip. Nurse on TikTok says he hopes that the recently murder of UHC CEO wrote in her and says the shooter is a national hero. Just imagine this. The View had a segment the other day. What they said on that segment is extremely concerning. I'm going to show you. I have seen this over and over. When something like this happens, I don't always like to report videos immediately. I want to observe what they are saying to be sure on what I'm reporting on. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please endeavor to do that. It will do you no harm. If you share the video out,
Hey America, how you doing? I just wanted to weigh in on this CEO from UnitedHealthcare getting shot. A nurse's perspective, bedside nurse for 31 years. To the CEO who got shot, I hope you rot in hell, you son of a bitch. These presidents of America, like every president that gets elected, stands up on national television and says, oh, I killed Osama something, something, or Bin Hadi, somebody in the desert. Obama did it, Trump did it, Biden. Everybody was some unknown dude out in the desert, because he killed this, that. This healthcare CEO is responsible for thousands of deaths of American citizens. I mean, he makes it look like Boy Scouts. That's what a joke this is. I nurse, like I said, bedside nurse for 31 years. I've seen the changes in healthcare. It's pure garbage. Nobody gives it more. It's all for the almighty buck. And the rot starts at the top. And UnitedHealthcare, I did home care for a number of years, and I've been in people's houses who can't afford medicines and they get denied. It's an absolute disgrace what goes on in this country. So thank you. You are a national hero. I hope they never catch you. Lay low, brother, because, you're a rich guy and they're going to come looking something hard. But to me, you're a national hero. And to the dead CEO, rotten hell.
this is the time for people to condole with the families of this man. When you take a look at the whole scenario, you can clearly see their mindset. This person should be arrested immediately. Look at what he said here. He's appreciating the person who did that. I don't understand. Why are some people extremely happy when something bad happened to someone in this way? Not only her, I watched the mainstream media over this. There was one segment on CNN where somebody suggested that this man paid someone to do that to himself. Like, I was so mad when I saw that segment.
Do you think that they know who he is? You think that they have his identity?
It's a good chance. It's a very good possibility with these new photographs that he has that they already know who he is. It's a very good chance of that. But I want to say something else that I know these criminal investigators are looking into as it relates to motive. There have been times when people have orchestrated their own demise for certain reasons. We know that
Whoa.
there are some. And I'm not saying this is the case, but as an investigator,
Like for insurance purposes?
absolutely, insurance purposes. Maybe they fear some type of investigation down the road. Maybe they want to leave their family in a good light. But there have been cases where people have orchestrated their own demise. And here's another reason.
And
why
just
I'm
to
saying
say, you're saying in a nice language,
just-
you're saying that it is a possibility
it is a possibility
that he
cannot
hired
be
somebody
ignored.
to kill him.
Absolutely, it cannot be ignored. And this is what is really digging at me as a former criminal investigator.
Look at what CNN is spewing here. This is a conspiracy, a theory that they can't even back up. This is someone who claimed to be a lawyer, now saying this man did that to himself. When I saw this video, I just had to nod my head because it was extremely crazy to see how CNN would bring up someone to spew this and they would not even stop him to continue saying this. What is wrong with Libras?
And I think it was shocking because it happened in Midtown where every one of us walked. It was the morning, we're all commuting into work. And then there is this manhunt afterward. I think there's a good sense of the motive, but we could learn more. It could be a red herring. But I, too, was so disturbed. I saw some prominent figures on the far left who were celebrating this. And we have lost our collective
How do you know
conscience.
how do you know that?
Because they're
It's
known.
online. I'm
Yeah.
not even going to amplify and say who because it is ghoulish, it is disgusting, it is evil. If you want to affect it as a democracy, organize, activate, get out and talk to people, talk to your congressman. Violence is absolutely never the answer. And to single out one individual because you have an issue with a company, a corporation, or an entire industry that's been fraught for decades.
And I would
is
add,
horrible.
don't vote for Republicans because they want to overthrow Obamacare.
That's exactly
They have no
You guys
interest
can-
at all
but
in this
respectfully, we
particular-
complain about our health care right now. We are living under Obamacare. Obamacare ain't perfect either. It actually created monopolies in the health.
I noticed something. When issues like this arise, especially when someone's life is being taken away in a tragic way like this, they start this blame game. This person is struggling to blame A is struggling to blame B. It should not be like that. Reason you see Libra celebrating this, the view here is doing just that. From my observation, Joy Behar is happy that this happened. It is totally insane to see them do this every time.
Have
The
nothing
only thing
better.
that's come closest to universal health care,
Yeah.
my fear also when I was reading about this story is that, we're going to have RFK Jr. responsible for Health and Human Services, who has a brain worm, but he's also, it's not just the brain
Wait,
worm.
legal
it's
note, I think the worm is gone now.
No, I think it got encapsulated in his brain. I went down a rabbit hole on that. But what
A wormhole, if you will.
Yeah, a wormhole, if you will. What I'm nervous about is if you read Project 2025, which is probably going to be the plan for healthcare, it's about privatization. It's about sort of getting rid of the at least limited amount of sort of universal healthcare that we have. And RFK Jr. really is more into holistic things. So I wonder, if you don't believe in conventional medicine, what kind of medical system are we going to have?
I don't
If you're
know.
angry at what's happening now, I'm nervous about what could happen.
I'm with Joe.
Sonia Austin is. Yes. Look at what she's spewing. Along the way, they had to even correct her every single day, reading legal notes when she spewed this. I don't know if you do this intentionally. She's struggling to deviate away from race-baiting topics to be spewing nonsense every single day, talking things that don't make sense.
Then the decisive result of this election gives us not just an answer to the question as to what Americans want to do along those lines, it also gives us a really big to-do list.
Let's keep validating the same outlets that continuously undermine us at every single turn.
Dear Mon Pa MAGA.
United States.
It was an excellent conversation. Justin Trudeau broke the border. We didn't have these problems before Justin Trudeau.
Does anybody else think it's funny how Donald Trump has officially done more for Canada and he's not even in office yet?
I had a good call with Donald Trump last night again.
Trudeau is at the end of his time.
The Prime Minister dances while Montreal burns.
Mass officers and the Prime Minister was nowhere to be found.
Justin Trudeau tweeted to Taylor Swift asking her to add a stop of her Eras tour in Canada.
Have a nice Sunday.
Doing this. That's what she did.
NBC News can now project that Donald Trump has won the state of Wisconsin, which means he is the winner of this race and will return to the White House.
And Donald Trump will be our next president.
Donald Trump will become the 47th president of the United States.
CNN projects that Donald Trump has been elected president, defeating Vice President Kamala Harris and making a political comeback unlike any in modern American politics.
You know what? Donald Trump likes my music. Please register to vote.
Look at this. She's only up by 15 points.
Got Taylor Swift.
Yeah, this song is kind of...
Also celebrating was a man who was celebrating being charged with